Hello my beautiful people, welcome back to my channel. Today's video I'm very excited to do. So if you're new here, hi, my name is Eve and I love all things beauty. Here on my channel I talk makeup, skincare, hair care, and at times lifestyle things like travel and fashion. And from January 2023 I've also started Shop My Stash series, which I have been loving very much so far, and now I'm adding project pan. And if all this sounds fun to you, I hope you stick around, like this video, subscribe to my channel, and click the notification bell. That way you are notified every time I upload a new video. And without further ado, let's dive into the introduction of project pan. Not new and you've been around and you have seen a few of my episodes of Shop My Stash so far, and especially in my most recent episode, was kind of leaning and coming to a realization that a lot of the products that were in Shop My Stash basket would roll over from month to month. Some of them have a little bit of product left, and some of the products were just something that maybe I've had for some time and I wanted to finish them up eventually and put a little bit more effort into finishing them up. So for the past 3 months since the beginning of this year, that pile of permanent products that I wanted to keep from month to month rotation, it kept growing. So I made an executive decision to start Project Pan. So before I had just a flat basket to keep all these permanent products around. And just this past week, I went and purchased this really nice clear organizer where it would help me to keep all this complexion products vertically. That way, when they stand, they would settle down and it would be easier for me to see those marks clearly through, of course, the containers that are see-through. So in today's video, I'm gonna go through all the products in the categories and talk about them, show you what the marks are. I don't really have a lot of very strict rules for this project. I just want to have them separately in front of my face in a separate container. That way I can see them at all times and continue reaching for them as often as I can. Things may change throughout the year as we go. However, at this point, I really just want to finish most of these products by the end of the year or make the progress on usage as much as I can. Like I mentioned earlier, a lot of these products came organically from Shop My Stash series. And then when I actually made this basket official, I went through my entire collection and kind of pulled some things that I thought I wanted to use by the end of this year. For different reasons, some of them have a packaging that I'm not a huge fan of. Some of them, they may be reaching their shelf life. Some of them, they're almost empty and I just really want to finish them up and move on to something else. However, I do not have every single category of products here. So primarily all these products are complexion related. I do not have lip liners, lipsticks, eyebrow products, or mascaras here because those are the products that I rotate constantly. Those are the products that I use a lot in my routines on a daily basis, and that's why I run through them. Going forward, if I run out of one product, I can maybe fill it in with something else the way I see fit. This is in a nutshell my rules, very straightforward and simple. In my setting spray category, I chose these two. This is an LA Girl setting spray and I have a very little bit left. This is one of my favorite setting spray. It's really good quality. It sets your makeup really well. So I really want to finish this up. And then the second spray is by Tarte Double Duty Beauty. This is a full-size product, obviously, and the cap is cracked here, so it kind of bothers me. And I don't think, I obviously cannot see through this bottle, but it feels like maybe 2/3 in. I'm just trying to use this up because I've had this spray for some time, and now that the packaging is kind of broken, so I don't really see myself like traveling with this. This is excellent quality spray as well. So now we're also in a very warm season. I live in Florida where it's hot and humid, so we are already kind of like in the very warm temperatures. So now I start using setting spray pretty much on a daily basis or whenever I do the makeup because it's kind of like an essential item for me in my routine. So I definitely see myself finishing this up with no issues. Then I have 4 different concealers that I added to this basket. I have Bare Minerals Bare Skin Concealer. So this is the tube that I do not see the mark. I know that there is probably a good half of the product here. The other concealer that I have here is a Pretty Fresh from Colourpop. This has been with me for a while and this is pretty much empty. I again do not really see well through the tube. Whenever I open this tube, it really feels like it's kind of taken its last breath. The other two concealers are also here, and again, I do not see through the tubes. So this is a Bare Minerals Stroke of Light Eye Brightener. This is excellent concealer. I don't think it's around anymore. It has a really nice coverage, like serum-like hydrating formulation, so I really like that, but I really need to finish this. And the other one is a double-sided product. It's called Double Wear Instant Fix Concealer by Estee Lauder. So it's double-sided. Concealer is on one side, and then under eye like hydrator serum is on the other side. Then I picked 3 primers here, and they're all mini tiny sizes, and then they have already been used and well loved from me. So I know that there is a very small amount left in each of them. This is a Plump Right Back Plumping Serum and Primer from NYX. I'm about half through. It really plumps up your skin, but it also has that beautiful gripping effect. It wears really well, so I really like it. Then I have my Smashbox Photo Finish Primerizer. I really have this much left. It's a really nice hydrating, very thin formula, so I definitely see myself using that up. And then I have this Teeny Mini Simple from Rare Beauty. It's supposed to be pore diffusing and oil controlling product. It is a really nice formula, but it doesn't help me with my oiliness. So I really like the texture of it. It kind of has this like jelly texture, but I really want to use them up. They are good quality products, but I don't want to just throw them away or declutter them. I know I can use them because they do look nice on my skin. Then I have 5 different foundations. You guys know I love my complexion products and I love my foundations especially. Looking at these 5 foundations, I know that I have very different formulas, from very light formulas, from hydrating, from high coverage to lighter coverage to different undertones. Some of them are lighter, some of them are more of my self-tanning shades. So it's a really nice good range here. So I shouldn't have any excuse not to use them. So the first one you may have seen in my recent Shop My Stash. This is a CoverGirl Clean Matte BB Cream, specially made for oily skin. I really have maybe like this much left here. This has been repurchased many times and I probably will be repurchasing this once I am completely finished with this one. This is just a must-have product for me in my collection. The next one is Pretty Natural Foundation from Essence. I heard this is being discontinued. This is a beautiful buildable formula that is hydrating, but it wears very well on my combo oily skin. So I think I have a good half of this here. I will do all the marks properly. Before filming, I started moving all these things around and I didn't realize that I didn't start getting marks, but I already know where they were before. And then these 3 foundations, I have Bare Minerals Bare Pro Foundation. Then I have Lancome Skin Feels Good Foundation, and you can see how skinny this is. This is the shade that matches my tan self, and kind of starting tanning again. I see myself using that up really fast. And then this is a Clinique Beyond Perfecting 2-in-1 foundation and concealer formula. So between these 3 foundations, I do not see through the containers, but I know I've used these so many times that there just should be a very little amount left. I know this one is practically empty, and this one is very, very skinny. So when it comes to my face powders, they all came from Shop My Stash. So if you saw my Shop My Stash episodes, none of these would be a surprise for you. You've already seen all these products. So the first one is the Duo from Patrick Ta. Out of this Duo, I'm only using this product, and you can see that I have a significant pan here. This has been in my non-official project pan for the past at least 4 months. This product has been sitting here on my table. Then the next powder is this one from Physicians Formula. This packaging broke. So this is airbrushing pressed powder in the shade Translucent. So this is my current pan. This is a beautiful powder. I'm actually wearing it today. It does give you a glow and also gives you a little bit of coverage. It's actually very, very beautiful powder that I would think, like, if the packaging was nicer, I would totally repurchase it. But I am very happy on my progress here. This is pretty much the powder that I want to reach for on a daily basis because it's really beautiful. So this next one is Bare Minerals Bare Skin. I can definitely see myself struggling with this powder a little bit because it is pretty firmly pressed. So I might just need to put up a fight a little bit with this product, but I believe that I can finish it up by the end of the year. And my last powder in the stash is the Shape Tape Setting Powder. I really like this powder. It's really nice, very nice and long wearing, blurring, mattifying. So I really like this powder. I have been using it quite a bit in the past few months. I think I am right about through a half of the packaging right now, so that's pretty good start at this point. So I only have a few more products left. I have 2 products from Colourpop. They are in different categories. This is a Super Shock Cheek blush in the shade Between the Sheets. This is like a beautiful rosy mauve tone, and I already have a pretty significant pan here. This is a blush, if you're familiar with this formula, this is a blush that is pigmented, but it also just takes forever to finish. It's just one of those cream formulas that's kind of like on a thicker side, and it's not very emollient. It's more on like a drier texture. I have had this blush for some time, and it's about time I finish this up. And then the other product is from Colourpop as well. This is a Super Shock Shadow in the shade Waddles. This is a type of color or shade that fits into my current spring vibe mood of the eye looks that I've been really enjoying. So I can definitely use this up by the end of the year, only if this product is in front of my face, because I generally love my eyeshadow palettes, and singles I just forget about. So this is why it's gonna sit in front of my face and I remember to use it. So we're technically done with my permanent items. However, I also wanted to include these 2 products, and the goal for these 2 is slightly bit different than for the rest of the products. So this is a Rare Beauty tinted moisturizer, positive light tinted moisturizer, and this is Halo Glow liquid filter from e.l.f. These are practically full containers. The goal for these 2 products for me is to just use them. Even if I use it like once a week, that would be a good start for me, because the reason why I struggle with these 2 products is because I just struggle to fit them into my lifestyle, in the way I do my makeup, in my routines. I am a combination oily skin. I usually do not use glowy primers. It's quite the opposite. I try to use mattifying products, something that would control my oils. I would never try to add glow to my base before I do the foundation. So this is kind of like the product that does exactly that. And I also tried it as a highlighter on top of my foundation, and it's just not my aesthetic. I do like my highlighters to be a little bit on a brighter side, so it doesn't really give me a lot of highlighter. So maybe in the summer month I will be able to maybe use it on my décolleté or on my arms. Like, I don't know, I will give it a shot, because I really haven't tried it that way yet. So the goal for this is use it. I don't care how much progress I will make in a year, but if I use it at least once a week or once in 2 weeks, that would be a good progress for me. And the same goes for this Rare Beauty tinted moisturizer. It just doesn't fit into my lifestyle very well. It is a moisturizer with a light tint, if you're not familiar with this product. So, and it also has an SPF 20. I am religious about my SPF. I do not mess with my SPF. I need to have at least minimum of 30 or 50, and especially going into the summer season, living in Florida, you know, the sun here is brutal. So this one does not give me that protection that I need on a daily basis. It's a good product, but it also doesn't check all the boxes for me when it comes to a product that is kind of like that no makeup deal, because I have better products, the ones that are like tinted moisturizers that give me that SPF 30 or 50 and do give me a better coverage, smooth complexion, better than this one. This is also quite hydrating, and it doesn't last long on my combo oily skin. Maybe an hour and a half, and my skin goes very, very shiny, and I need to worry about retouching my oil, stuff like that. So it doesn't necessarily fit into my lifestyle. I hope this makes sense, but it is considerably new to my makeup stash, and I really just want to get use out of it before it gets expired. And I think the expiration date is towards the end of the year. So I will do my best to get use out of it. And this is what the container looks like, if you were wondering. It's really nice and comfortable. So I'm technically starting with 20 products, and these are additional 2. So 20 of them are permanent, the ones that I have a goal to use up at the end of 2023, and these 2 are extras. That sums up my video. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you have any comments, questions, leave them in the comment section below this video. And if you're not yet a subscriber, I invite you to do so if you'd like to see more beauty content in your timeline from me, especially project pans and Shop My Stash episodes. They're coming out on a monthly basis, and I also do a chit chat to get ready with me using all the products from Shop My Stash and create some fun looks with the eyeshadow palettes that I've chosen. Then make sure you turn on that notification bell that every time I upload a new video, you are notified. Thanks so much for watching, hanging out with me today, and I will see you in my next videos. Bye.